What's going on, AIM Squad?
What's going on? What's going on?
We are back,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
Familiar voices, but we're back.
Yes,
You already know who it is.
Are right in time for the NFL Week 1 season. New season of AIM Sports, new season of NFL. Man, we are excited to be back.
Oh, aren't we more than excited to be back? We went through summer watching some baseball, but I'm tired of that. We need to know where the real money's at. The real money comes in when NFL starts.
That's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, lock in, subscribe, follow, get your fantasy teams ready to go because we have an amazing episode today and we have an amazing season that you can look forward to going forward here.
Yes, so let's get it started.
All right.
If you guys don't know, new listeners, new followers, familiar followers, you already know us. We're AIM Sports. My name is Al, and I'm here with my brother who's going to tell you who he is. Introduce yourself.
My name's Irshad. I've been with Al, obviously, since we were kids. One thing that brought us together time and time again was the love of sports. You name it, basketball, hockey, football, anything, everything, sports.
It's sports.
And we just wanted to take that love of sports and share with you, share with the world, and take you on our journey as we start navigating fantasy football and betting and just all the analysis.
And a lot of personal opinions, a lot of how we feel, a lot of raw emotion here on how we think who's gonna win. We're gonna have some predictions. You guys are gonna be excited for this one.
Yep. So without further ado, my brother, let's kick off this first season.
Yes.
We have some good old Corona Sun Brews, some non-alcoholic beer before we get this session started. Cheers, brother.
Cheers to the NFL.
All right. So, getting into how we operate with AIM Sports. As my brother Al mentioned, we do an episode before every big day. So, before Thursday Night Football, before Sunday Night Football. But we want to operate a little differently. We know primetime Thursday football is a little different than Sunday football.
Oh, 100%.
Emotions are different. Pressure is different. You have the entire world watching one game. And it does change things up a little bit. Mm-hmm. So how we're going to be keeping our records, we'll make sure we give our records to you for our Thursday games, which will be separate than our Sunday games. And so we'll break it down each week, talk about exactly what our records were previously, some of the analysis that we saw prior to, some things that we were right, maybe some things we were wrong, but we'll kind of break it down as to how each game looks in every subsequent episode. But given that we are in week 1, obviously, there's nothing to talk about prior to preseason. We saw it. We saw people get cut.
Yep.
We saw people have their lives changed.
Yep.
And now this is where the big money and this is where they earn their money is in the real season. So, owner, let me throw it to you. Let's kick it off with Thursday Night Football. Let them know what we're seeing, what we're feeling. Let's do it.
All right, week 1. Nothing more exciting than to watch a division game week 1 against the Super Bowl champions. We all know Super Bowl champions open up the week, but this week they open it up against the Dallas Cowboys, who have been in the media and used the whole preseason, offseason with what's going to happen. As we all know, they got Pickens as a new wide receiver.
Big offense.
Right? They lost a good defensive man, Bill Parsons, just a couple of weeks ago to Green Bay. That defense is not is still iffy. Philly lost a lot of good players too. We have a good week 1 matchup. We're going to start talking about it. The spread's at -8 Eagles, which I personally have an own opinion on that one. 8, I think, is too high for me, but we'll get into that later. So, Irshad, Eagles, Cowboys.
Man.
You're going to see the ceremony.
Yep.
You're going to see they're going to put the banner up.
Yep.
Eagles fans are going to be there.
Yep.
They're going to be hype. It's going to be a good game. But now, if it's Dallas, how do you feel? How do you go into this game?
You know what? I think what we saw last year with Dak Prescott getting injured, we saw such a relatively strong start to the season. We see Dak every season come out strong, and we just see him kind of disappear. As the playoffs come to light. I think a little bit this year with the change in culture that they got rid of Parsons. I think Parsons being kind of one of their corner pieces, especially a little tenured corner piece on the defensive. By the fact that Jerry Jones traded away that big corner piece, I think now there is a little bit of spotlight on everybody. And I think that shifts the culture in a way where everyone has to perform and perform really, really well. And more importantly, consistently.
Yes, of course.
I think the Cowboys are going to come out swinging. And like you mentioned, we'll kind of get into it, but that spread of -8, We know different sports books have changed it. It's gone from 7.5, 7, 8, and 8.5.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, man, that -8 for Eagles is high for me, man.
And it's a division game too.
Come on.
Who doesn't want to beat the Super Bowl champions?
Exactly.
Like, the whole NFL is going to be at the Eagles, telling them that we're going to dethrone you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are and where you play. It could be a bottom team, top team, middle team. Anytime the Eagles are playing a team, the other teams have it circled on their schedule.
Yep.
We're being the Super Bowl champions.
Obviously, you're going in wanting to be, to make it a poor experience for the Super Bowl champion. You want to be the disruptor. You want to be the person who ruins that banner day, right? You want to make sure that they know that you're not just going to take it lying down. You know what I mean? And I think with that, Cowboys are coming in with a bit of a chip on their shoulder.
100%.
And I want to keep in mind, look, they lost Parsons. But the reality of it is, Cowboys aren't a bad team. Dak Prescott's a solid quarterback.
For sure.
CeeDee Lamb is solid.
Uh-huh.
They picked up wide receiver 1 from Pittsburgh, Pickens.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you have Miles Sanders.
Yeah, who knows the Philly playbook.
He knows the Philly playbook, right? Like, he used to be behind Saquon on the depth chart. Or actually, used to be number 1. And Saquon came through. And so, obviously, Miles Sanders has a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to come in and prove a little something, right? So, you know what? I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think Dallas is going to come out swinging.
Yeah, they're going to come out and they're going to, show what they got. Plus, the divisional games. And Dak Prescott loves playing the NFC East. He's from the NFC East, and he's amazing at it. He's 29-12 against the spread in his career. Let's say again, 29-12 against the spread against his NFC East rivals.
Yeah.
And he covers the spread by almost 6.7 points per game.
That's an immediate cover. Based on that,
you're telling me the Eagles are losing by 2.
Yeah.
Even 7 by 1. You're going to see a game-winning field goal by Philly. Sure, they can win the game. But that also gives you the option that if they're going to be that close, can Dallas run away with the game and win money line?
You know what? And I wouldn't put it past it. Okay? I wouldn't put it past it because one of the things that we talked about here is the defense of both teams is good. It's not great. Mm-hmm. What's going to be very, very important is the offensive caliber of each team. And will Dallas take it? You know what? I don't know if they'll win. I wouldn't put it past it because Philadelphia just has to make one mistake.
For sure.
They make one mistake, and we know Eagles have a problem about giving up the lead. Mm-hmm. We know the problems that they have to play from behind to catch up. But Dallas, with the chip coming, into the defending Super Bowl champions arena, playing, I don't imagine they're going to be wanting to give that lead up. So, yeah, if Philly makes a mistake, I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas holds it down, especially based on, just general statistics.
Just 7 points they covered by it. They're favored to lose by more than 8. That equals 1. You have an opportunity there to make something, show the NFC East, hey, listen, we're the Cowboys. We're America's team, as everyone calls them. They haven't shown it in the past. Maybe this is their year.
Yeah.
And I support it. I like it, but they have to show for it. It all comes with the action, how you play the game. On paper, you look amazing. Now, can you put all those pieces together and be able to contribute and play as a team without being hot-headed?
Yeah. You have to keep the emotions intact.
The emotion, because you have Pickens from Pittsburgh who was really emotional when he played with Pittsburgh. There was games at Pittsburgh where they were driving and he felt he got pass interference. He made a scene. He got a penalty for encroachment. Went back 15 yards.
Yeah.
Now you're sitting here saying, "Come on, you didn't have to go do that because we were close." Cost them games.
Yes.
So now it's you got paid. Yes, you're with a good wide receiver with CD. You guys are not gonna get double covered because CD was getting double covered last year.
Yep.
Pickens was getting double covered in Pittsburgh. Now you got one-on-one coverage. They're both able to beat them on one-on-one coverage.
Absolutely.
They're lethal.
Yep.
Now, Dak Prescott, you missed last 8 weeks. You were off with your hamstring injury. You were good. Now you're coming back. Do you still have that firepower in you?
It's going to be a tough one, and I gotta agree with you. I mean, you have Pickens coming in, very emotional guy. I think how I look at it is everybody here is super, super skilled. Everybody in the NFL is super skilled, right? They have to keep their emotions in check. That is a skill in and of itself. Yes, you're going to get calls against you. Yes, you're going to have some people kind of embellish some calls. You have to keep it together, right? And the reality of it is you're right. You make enough of a scene, the ref will stop looking at you. They'll stop giving calls your way. And then it's going to cost you yardage and ultimately cause you the game. So reality of it is yes, you have 2 good wide receivers now. You've given Dak Prescott, a very good quarterback, two wide receiver one options, CD and Pickens. They just have to make sure they beat that one-on-one coverage with their feet and their mind and not their emotions. They just have to win. And I think collectively, Dallas makes a case
They do.
to, of course, potentially win, but definitely cover the spread. Now, one thing I'll also add up here is generally, when you look at it, right now we obviously talked about Eagles are -8 on the spread, right? We've seen it go back and forth. They're -8 currently. But since 2015, the favorite is only 3-7 against the spread in the opening game of the season, right? And we all remember what happened last year with the Chiefs and Ravens.
Yes.
The Chiefs barely won that game, right? So 3-7 against your defending Super Bowl champion against the spread as the first game after in a favorite situation. So 3-7, I think with a team like we saw last year with the Ravens. I'm not saying the Cowboys are Ravens caliber. I'm just saying they're not as bad as people think.
They have a chance.
They do have a chance.
If you have a chance, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Right? It's like a lottery ticket. If you don't have a ticket, you can't win.
Precisely.
So now you have the Cowboys here who are saying, listen, we've been winning that division for so long. We're America's team. You guys come out of nowhere and start winning division. Washington is there too. The Giants, we don't know what the Giants are about, but that's besides them. We have the Cowboys saying here, want to go get their throne back.
Yeah.
And I feel they're really hungry this year.
I agree.
And another thing that you were mentioning too was, different calls like on Pickens where, he gets so emotional where they stop looking at you. But who are the people that are looking at him and calling those plays? Do they make a factor in the game?
I mean, I think so. You'd have to assume so.
Well, who's reffing?
Exactly. I mean, you have the referees have to make a call.
Right? Who do we got refereeing? We got Sean Smith refereeing.
We do. That's another player that's on the field.
That's another player on the field. Doesn't play the game, but officiates the game.
Yeah, he's on Team NFL.
He's on Team NFL. So, according to him, how do we feel this game is going to go to?
You know what? When we look at it this way, Sean Smith, and I'll kind of say it bluntly, Sean Smith does not like the home team. Ooh. He does not like the home team. All right? So let's take a look a little bit historically in Sean Smith's career for a second. So road teams are much better against the spread. All right? When, Smith is reffing. So their road teams are 52, 36, and 5 against the spread. That's around 60%, which puts him at 6th best referee for road team against the spread performance. 6th best in the entire league, which is huge. But let's take a little bit more of a deeper dive. In the last 3 seasons, home teams are just 17, 29, and 3 when officiated by Smith, which means that 37% of the time they cover. The other parts, the other percentage, they don't. Which means, like I told you before, Smith does not like home teams. All right? Then you factor in the season specifics. Okay? Reality of it is, underdogs overall are a little bit better against the spread. They are 49, 40, and 5.
For sure.
I think that's good enough for me to say that Team NFL referee Sean Smith is going to lean a little bit on the Cowboys side.
For sure.
Right? I mean, I'm not saying he's going to give him the game, but I think with the spread being as substantial as it is, with a referee who likes this kind of atmosphere where he kind of favors the road team, and you have a road team like the Cowboys that went through a culture change, a pickup of a couple of people, I think the Cowboys might actually cover this one.
I think so too. Yeah, it's exactly what you said about Sean Smith. Like, referee plays a big factor. With those numbers and Dak's numbers, you put them together with the unpredictable Philly defense.
Yeah.
You have a starting corner they have there who was a rookie last year. Now, after that, it's an open playbook. It's open to anybody. Now you're going to see maybe they play more nickel and just have one safety up there.
Yep.
Or have the corner come up to safety, have another, come down, or a safety blitz. You're going to have to play a lot of different type of defensive schemes than you did last year because you've lost a lot of players.
Yeah.
With that, how you mentioned earlier, if Philly makes one mistake on offense, because we know Dallas's offense is there. They can put up points. It just all depends on how Dak Prescott is feeling. Because we don't need him to turn over the football.
Yes.
And if he does, fine, sure. But once he turns the football over once, he gets him to himself and they have a different game plan.
Correct.
With 2 wide receivers with Pickens and CD, I feel like he's more comfortable and more relaxed with all the football instead of just having one favorite target. He's going to have two favorite targets out there. And putting that all together, as you listeners know where we're trying to go with this, Dallas +8 is where the money should go to.
I mean, I think I agree. Like, I tend to agree. +8 just makes sense. You have everybody saying that the referee historically favors road teams. Mm-hmm. You have, like Al mentioned, you have the offensive prowess of Dak Prescott and company. You have now the chip on the shoulder of someone like, Miles Sanders. I get it. He started behind Javonte. That's no problem. But when he is on that field, he's playing lights out. He's putting everything he has in that drive because he wants to now stick it to the Eagles.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. He lost the starting job of the Eagles and then proceeded to get traded from the Eagles. Yeah. So whether it's bad blood or not, Miles Sanders is looking to now say, you know what? This is for trading me.
Yeah, letting me go or not signing me, whatever it was that he left.
Now, you're going to play with that chip. So now, in Miles Sanders coming off as running back 2, he's playing with the attitude as running back 1. Mm-hmm. He has the skill as a running back 1, and he's behind Javonte Williams, who is a running back 1. So now you have a solid running back.
For sure.
We know Dak Prescott is good. You have CeeDee Lamb, who used to be double coverage, will no longer be double coverage because you have George Pickens now.
Yes.
And you have Jalen Tolbert. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you have the tight end Jake Ferguson.
Yes.
Right? So the reality of it is you actually have a decent enough arsenal whereby it stipulates to the fact that, yes, Philly's just as good. Defense is good. I wouldn't say great, but good. Now, the reality of it is you put that together. One mistake, to be fair, on either team could cost the entire game.
For sure,
right?
Yes. I totally agree with you there.
If they don't recover, it's over. But with that, I'd still call with you, Al, on this one, Dallas +8.
Oh, I love it. Dallas +8 is amazing out there, too. Another thing, too, Irshad, you were saying, right? Javonte Williams, number 1 running back. Who did they have last year as running back? Pollard was gone. They had Ezekiel Elliott, but their running back issues wasn't like the same. They didn't know who the committee was. You had Javonte Williams coming out of Denver, Mile High. Mm-hmm. If he could perform running at the Mile High, because we all know the Mile High is different. It's in the altitude.
Yeah.
To play out there consistently is tough. Now you are a team that is your home field. You're playing 8 out of 17 weeks there, 9. And if you're able to run and perform how you performed last year, now you're coming with a team to Dallas.
Yeah.
Who, yes, I understand their offensive line is kind of shaky. It's always been a little shaky. But you have a big back in Javonte Williams where you can either hit the screen.
Yep.
He can either pass it off. He can break through those tackles.
Yep.
On top of it, too, if they press and blitz, you got 2 wide receivers in Lamb and Pickens who can run a slant and just catch the football, quick throws. Dak Prescott doesn't have to throw long anymore.
No, he doesn't have to.
He can just chuck it down short and make a big factor because, once again, Philly's corners, they're all young. They're all young and from other teams who don't understand the playbook. And you can beat these guys. And a couple of them are older. Some of them are older. So it kind of depends. Like, how do you throw these guys in there?
Yeah.
Where Dallas feels like they've been a unit from day one.
Exactly.
So you guys heard it first. AIM Sports Betting. Dallas +8.
Lock it in before the spreads change after our podcast.
Because it's been moving. But yeah, just,
but lock that in for sure. It's going to be a fun game tomorrow to watch. And I believe, Ulner, correct me if I'm wrong, there was rumor that the Eagles will not actually be outside for their banner.
Yeah, I heard that, yes. And I also heard that CeeDee Lamb will be the only one from Dallas watching the banner go up.
So you know he's hungry.
He's hungry. Because we've seen pictures of all of it. Stephon Diggs did it, when they lost. There's a lot of players that have gone out there and just stood there and just watched.
Yeah.
And it motivates them.
Does.
And for you to go do that on you're a visiting team on another home court, just sitting there watching it, you mean business.
For sure.
Business, yeah.
For sure. I don't disagree. I know I'd be motivated.
I'd be super motivated. Like, I feel motivated right now.
100%.
Like, I just feel
put me in the But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You heard that here. AIM Sports +8 for tomorrow's NFL Week 1 season opener. But like how we do at AIM Sports, yes, we do analysis on the games, but we don't just focus on the games. We focus on the prop side as well.
We have a little more fun than what it is.
Come on. You got to have a little fun.
Yes.
This is the fun side of it all right? So let's talk props. Now, how we typically focus is we like to look at a few props, but a lot of the times, we want to make sure that we are creating a parlay.
Yes.
Based on this game that is both attainable, plausible, but also has good value.
For sure.
So let me throw it to you. what is this week's Aim Sports 3-leg lay?
All right, so our 3-leg leg on Thursdays will obviously have unique props. This week we're going with anytime touchdown scorers. I personally feel this game's going over, so we're going to see a lot of people scoring touchdowns, as it has in the last 10 games, and the 7-3 has gone over. So we're going to start off with CeeDee Lamb to score a touchdown anytime. We feel that with Pickens there too, yes, but CeeDee Lamb needs to be comfortable with Dak. He's going to find the end zone, and that's going to. I think that's going to open up the scoring.
And like you mentioned, Al, he's going to be looking at that banner go up.
Of course.
You're telling me he won't be hungry when he wants that ball.
Hey, I feel he might even score first touchdown.
Yo.
But we're taking CeeDee Lamb anytime. That's the first leg of our parlay. Second leg, Irshad, let them know who we got.
Second leg, we know has been a big conversation in the NFL, trying to stop this play, trying to modify this play. But the creator of this play, or maybe the person who, made it more mainstream, is the tush push from none other than Mr. Jalen Hurts. So we believe that he's also going to be Mr. Anytime Touchdown for our second leg. Whether it's a tush push, whether it's an RPO, whether it's going to be, a play action, whatever the case is, something's going to happen where Jalen's going to use his feet to get into the end zone, especially because it's going to be a back and forth. At some point, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a 10-yard run or something like that, and he just runs in, even without the tush push. But irrespective, we're second leg, Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown. Al, what's the last leg of the 3-leg prop?
Listen, you cannot forget half human, half beast, whatever he is, Mr. Fantastic, jumping over hurdles, Saquon Barkley.
Of course.
Saquon Barkley is a different breed. He's an animal when he gets onto that field. You cannot stop him. And for him not to find the end zone week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys, the rivalry, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
And you're going to see the tush push, like you said, with Jalen Hurts. CeeDee will score for Dallas, and then you'll have Saquon do one of his little breakout runs from the 50-yard line or something.
Yeah.
Or just, they'll anticipate tush push, they'll toss it off to Saquon.
Exactly.
But yes, those three, yes, they're at the top. Those three are favorites to score, but like we said, we like the over. Now, if you put all those three together and they score anytime, it's 6.25 times your unit on Bet365 if you use that platform. But if we're a little hungry and want a little bit more money, Irshad, tell them where we should go.
DraftKings is giving even better odds at 6.75 times your unit for these 3-leg anytime touchdown. So depending on your book of choice, DraftKings right now, from the ones that are available here, looks like it's coming out ahead at 6.75. For that extra 0.5, I wouldn't actually mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You put a unit in there, why not get an extra little bit? So there it is, your anytime touchdown 3-leg prop parlay. CeeDee Lamb, anytime touchdown. Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown. And half man, half beast, Saquon Barkley,
yes, 100%.
anytime touchdown. And definitely, you definitely want to lock that in. Whether you want to go straight bets or you want to do parlay bets, we definitely feel that these guys right here will be fine pay dirt.
Oh, of course, they will for sure. So, and once again, if you guys play fantasy, those three should be in your lineup. Because if those three are not in your lineup, I don't know what you're doing.
I agree. Because fantasy, obviously a big part of NFL.
For sure.
This is going to be something where these three guys, we're calling anytime touchdown, they're probably your first round, maybe second round picks.
Yeah.
At least with CeeDee and Saquon. But, Jalen probably your first or second quarterback.
Yeah, off the
draft.
board. Yep.
But, I know there's been a lot of conversation between Saquon, and Bijan as your draft picks.
Yeah.
But, I think Saquon's a good player to watch here.
It is, 100%. So, yeah, he's going to have a big fantasy game. All of them will for sure. And I just feel this is going to be a fun game to watch. I'm very excited for this.
I'm excited. And you know what? Reality of it is, it's going to be an outdoor game.
Yeah.
Fresh air. It's going to be a nice hot 28-degree Celsius weather. For American listeners, I think that's up there in the Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Right? But it's going to be humid. It's going to have a little bit of rain. So there might be some environmental play here. And I think with that, it's going to come down to who can secure the ball. We talked about that mistake.
Whose defense is going to come up on top.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very, very important.
It's going to be really important. Who causes first penalties. Like we said, Sean Smith likes calling more of offensive penalties on the home team.
The home teams.
Defensive, he just lets it slide. So that's going to be a little playing the factor there too.
Yep.
And let's just hope our leg hits. Watch a fun game. Let's go football.
Week 1, we are back. NFL is back, ladies and gentlemen. So, you heard it here first. Aim Sports for our new listeners, for our loyal followers. Definitely don't forget to hit subscribe, listen to us, give us feedback, give us thoughts. We're on X, we're on Threads, we're on IG. DM us. We manage it, Al and myself, directly, so you can definitely hear us out. But to sum up, obviously we have the spread.
Yes.
Al, let them know what the final.
All right, Dallas Cowboys +8. Hammer it, slam it, whatever you want to do with it. Just enjoy it. It's too high for a divisional game. We got our 3-leg parlay that Irshad will tell you just now what it is.
So CD, Jalen, Saquon, anytime touchdown, lays, straights, doesn't matter, lock it in, and those three should definitely be playing for your fantasy lineups. Whether it's a daily fantasy, whether it's your weekly fantasy, lock it in. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is week 1.
Yes.
Game 1.
Game 1.
NFL
Thursday.
season.
Woo.
Thursday night football.
So listen to all the followers out there. Gamble responsibly.
Yes.
Bet what you can afford. Don't go overboard. Have fun with it. And let's be safe and watch some good football, win money, eat food, drink well, and just be happy.
Have a good time, and we'll see you folks on Saturday for our Sunday picks.
Yes.
And all
That's going to be a hell of a show there, too.
That's going to be a good one. Tune in. And from everybody here at AIM Sports, from Al and myself,
we're out.
Peace.